Before we jump in today's video, I just want to remind everybody that I'm not a financial advisor. So this video is for educational and entertainment purposes only and should not be taken as financial, investment, or trading advice. All investments involve risk, and you should do your own research or consult with a licensed financial professional before making any investment decisions. Just remember, past performance is not indicative of future results. Hey guys, it's Paul here on my channel, Better Call Paul. And today I just wanted to go over some features that I found in Wealthsimple that I didn't know were there. A little while back, there was a screen where I could find it would show some dividends and things, but I haven't been able to find it lately. And I tried clicking on some numbers yesterday, and it brought me to a whole new screen. So I thought I would share it with you and just go through everything that's on this screen so you guys can see what's there and what's available. And we'll use my portfolio as an example of what you can find. All right, so I'm going to jump right into the Wealthsimple app. Here we are in my Wealthsimple app. You can see currently at 380,000. I think I was at 383 last night. So definitely some action going on in the aftermarkets. I believe everything's red this morning. It's Friday, just before 9:30. So we're probably looking at a pretty red day, which might be a buying opportunity. But anyways, what I want to show you is right here where it says plus 3,632.25 past day. If you click on this, it brings you to a whole other screen. And this screen has a lot of information. More than you can tell by just looking at it quickly. So you see that they call it Performance Insights. And this is my entire Wealthsimple account. Now, if you want, you can pick which one you want to look at, right? So you can go to different accounts. But for today, we're just going to look at everything. And you'll see that overall, my net deposits are $192,490. And currently, my all-time return is $188,155. Now, when I found this last night, I think it was 191. So yeah, there's definitely some stuff going on overnight, and it's dropped down a little bit. But hey, today might be a buying opportunity, which I'm really excited about. You guys know I've been waiting to load up on some TDAC, and this might be an opportunity to do that. Maybe some HYLD. We'll have to see, anyways. All right, so here, guys, is my unrealized returns, and it says negative $40,600, which sounds bad, but what I focus on, I guess, is the all-time return, right? If this was negative $40,000, then I'd be a lot more concerned. Now, if you just put your mouse over top of these little, I guess, information circles, you can see that unrealized return shows the potential gain or loss on your open positions. It's the difference between the current market value and total cost of your positions, including fees. This applies to all open stock and option positions and remains unrealized until you close them. This doesn't include returns from managed accounts. So that's the key point, guys, that this is unrealized. And I posted on Blossom yesterday about HHIS because when HHIS had dropped down below $11, I had a lot of unrealized losses. And yesterday, it got back up to, I think, $12.02. And all of a sudden, my unrealized loss was like maybe $500, which is not a lot because it's paid me, I think, $18,800 in distributions, right? So anyways, that will probably change today. I'm pretty sure we're going to see some red. Okay, so come down here. You can see it shows your total return all time. And again, we can look on this. It says total return, how much you've gained or lost, including dividends, interest, and any fees. And then you see here we have a simple return rate. So all time, my simple return rate is 97.75%. And if you do change this, you can change the all-time right here. Let's say we go to past month, right? So past month, my simple return rate is 12.46%. Okay, let's put that back to all-time. Now let's see what it says. So simple return rate, how much your holdings have grown compared to what you've deposited. There you go. And then there's the time-weighted return rate. So the time-weighted return rate, how your investments have performed with the effects of your deposits and withdrawals removed. Any periods longer than a year are annualized. Okay. So come down a little bit further. You can see here in this one section, we have realized return all time. And currently it says that I'm negative 14,000. So your realized return, your actual profit and losses calculated by comparing what you sold your stocks or options for minus any fees to what you originally paid. Your realized return may look different when switching between Canadian USD. This is because the calculation also factors in the foreign exchange rate, time of each trade. At the time of each trade, this doesn't include crypto. So what I really like about this is if you click on view all, it brings up this chart, okay? And you can see, for example, I used to have a lot of YTSL, but I sold some of it for a profit, right? So I made $59.85 by selling YTSL. You can see I made $5,400 by selling ENCL, right? There's my bank sale. So the nice thing is you can kind of go through and it's sort of a history of what you owned in the past, and how much you made or lost selling it, right? So I had bank, I had Canoe, NVAG. It's a long time ago. You can see I used to be into dividend stocks like Pembina Pipeline. I had REITs like RioCan. I sold some PLTE when it was up and then bought it back again. I had ENCC before I switched to ENCL. I had Chemtrade. Anyway, so on and so forth, right? So you can keep scrolling down and eventually what's going to happen is it's going to get into my losses. So eventually you're going to see, hold on a sec. Okay. And to answer, some people will ask me like, how did I grow my portfolio? Was it just from dividends? And as you can see, I did sell a lot of stocks and ETFs for a profit, right? So that's partially how I grew my portfolio. Okay, but eventually we're going to get down here to the losses. All right, here we go. So as you can see, I did sell some ETFs and stocks at a loss. And sometimes I just wanted to move the money into other ETFs. So I was willing to take a little loss. Now, if you scroll down, I'll do this quickly. If you scroll down right to the bottom, you're going to see YMAX. I sold it at a loss of $12,487. Okay, that's how bad YMAX was. But none of this takes into account distributions. Okay, so did I really sell YMAX at a loss? So let's take a look. So on the other hand, here you can take a look at dividends earned all time, right? And this is pretty cool too. So you can view this and you can see that all time YTSL has paid me the most. HYLD has paid me a lot, right? Now here's YMAX. So if you recall, I sold YMAX at a loss of about $12,400, but it paid me $12,952. So technically I was in the green, but when you consider that I held this position for a couple of years, it's pretty sad. And the other thing is, guys, I still have my RBC account, right? So for example, I have another 2,000 shares with RBC. So this isn't exactly how much I've made from HHIS, but it is with Wealthsimple. So yeah, so you can scroll down, you can take a look. You can see I used to own SVOL, I used to own DFN, I had CLM, HMAX, NVDY, AIPI, right? DGS. Okay, so you can go back and just take a look at all the funds you used to own. I had SBC from Brompton, I had GDV from Brompton, a couple of ETFs or split corps, a couple of split corps I probably should have held on to. Yeah, so this just basically shows you all of your dividends, all your distributions that you earned over time. Okay, so then down here, they keep track of your RRSP contributions. So you can look at that. And so far this year, I haven't contributed anything to my RRSP, but I think I might. I had to pay a little bit of income tax this year. So I think I might put some money in my RRSP to try to avoid that next year. And you can see that so far this year, I've contributed $10,734 into my tax-free savings account. And I'm going to keep contributing my $300 per month. Okay, so last thing that I found here was this view performance data table, and we can take this all the way to the beginning. So you can see that I opened this account May 20th of 2020, and you can actually see all of your deposits on the right here. So you can see I started off depositing just a little bit at a time. And eventually there should be some bigger deposits as I was transferring money out of my mutual fund account. You can see here 5,400, 8,500. Well, this would be total of everything that was in there at the time. So if you fast forward, you can see it's growing. Obviously, I was depositing more. I think at the time this is about the most that I had deposited was that 130, 139, and then you can see I actually took some money out. Somewhere along the line, there must be some big deposits again. Typically, I was putting money into my account from my kids' RRSP, and then I was making money to help pay for their university. So I was able to give them more than we had in the RESP, which was fantastic. Anyways, guys, yeah. So if we fast forward to today, you can see currently, I was, as of May 13th, I had deposited a total of 192,000, and my total value was 377. All right. Okay, guys. So there's something pretty cool I think that Wealthsimple offers. I'm a big fan of Wealthsimple. I was talking to Darren, the crazy Canuck, a couple days ago, and he was mentioning how terrible Questrade is. So I've never had an opportunity to use Questrade myself, but I've heard from quite a few people that it's just not a very good option. So I would highly recommend, from my personal experience, I've used RBC, I've used Wealthsimple. Wealthsimple is far better, in my opinion, than RBC. So I always have an affiliate link in my description for anybody who's interested. I'm not sponsored by Wealthsimple, but anybody, even yourself, if you have a Wealthsimple account, you can share it with your friends. And if they open up a Wealthsimple account, Wealthsimple will send you $25 or $75, depending on how much that individual deposits. So I do greatly appreciate everybody who has used my Wealthsimple link in the past. Anyways, guys, that's it for today. Just a short video. I am going to make a longer video, but I won't tell you what it's about at the moment. So hope everybody has a great weekend, and I'll talk to you later. Bye for now.